Last game I wanted to put on the rundown, it doesn't involve any top 25 teams, but I thought it was a very interesting game because it's Penn State and Michigan State. There's a lot. This is just a fun one to handicap, okay? My numbers say Penn State should be favored by more than this. But, of course, this has been a disastrous season for Penn State, all right? And they are coming off a game where they laid it all on the line against Indiana. They lose at the end on maybe one of the greatest catches any of us have ever seen. And now they're laying points on the road against Sparty, who is rested. Now, things have not been going swimmingly in East Lansing, and they just had about 14 wins revoked by the NCAA as well. I don't know if that's going to do anything. That was obviously a prior coaching staff. I don't know if that means anything to Jonathan Smith, but this to me, Ross, it's spot versus power ratings. My power ratings say that, hey, at 7, there's value on Penn State, but the spot screams Sparty. So help me out here.
Yeah, this is a game that I'm not going to even come close to touching, so I can't help you out, unfortunately. But you're talking about a Penn State team on a long losing streak as a 7-point favorite on the road against another team on a long losing streak, and yet the suspensions are from when Mel Tucker was in charge over at Michigan State. So look. The only thing I say, coming off a tough loss, not only are they coming off a tough loss, they played Ohio State the week before. So they played 2 excellent teams that are 1-2 in the country the last 2 weeks. And they held their own against Indiana. I mean, again, and they showed a lot of moxie to me because they fell behind 20-10 in that game and they roared back. So I have a small lean here toward Penn State. Only because they've shown, despite playing with a lame duck coaching staff right now, and facing 2 tremendous opponents the last 2 weeks. And the week before they played at Iowa and only lost 25-24. So this is a team that's still competing and still trying hard. I think Michigan State is horrible. I think you brought that up, Brian, before, and I agreed with you then, and I agree with you now.
Yeah, Ralph, Jonathan Smith, I don't know how much it was expected. I don't think people thought this was going to be a quick turnaround in East Lansing, but it's not going well there. This is a horrible football team, to paraphrase Ross Benjamin there. They're not good. I don't know. What do you do here? I just think this is a fascinating game to handicap.
Yeah, if you were the devil and you hated some kid, you would probably do the Penn State schedule. So remember, Aller gets hurt, right? Yeah. So Grunkmeyer comes in. Grunkmeyer's first 3 games ever as a starter at Iowa, at Ohio State, and versus Indiana, 3 top 10 defenses. He's probably thinking, "Holy shit, this is amazing! I don't have to face a top 10 defense." So we have no idea how good he is. He might come out and throw 35 of 40 after having those 3 defenses in your first 3 starts. So that's the unknown for me. Just not knowing that. And remember, the Michigan State side, Charles is banged up too. We're not sure who's going to quarterback there. I lean under because, again, you've got a quarterback. He's only played 2 road games against top 10 teams, then Indiana, and now he's playing another team on the road against a Michigan State team. You're going to either have a banged-up quarterback or a backup quarterback. Both are going to run the ball more than they lose. No interest in the spot with 2 quarterbacks banged up, but I will lean the under because of that.
All right. A couple things here. Number one, I see Ethan Bainbridge in our chat. Ethan, he was kind enough to meet Adam Trigger and I out. I know he follows Michigan State very closely. He met Adam Trigger and I out at the Bowling Green Lemoyne basketball game, because where else would Adam Trigger and I be on an NFL Sunday than watching Lemoyne versus Bowling Green in college basketball? So nice to see you there, Ethan. Also, remember with Michigan State, okay, this is a team that's covered 3 in a row, but 2 of those were real Jim Morrison backdoor man specials, as they.
Real Jim Morrison reference.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I don't get that one, Brian. What's a Jim Morrison?
Jim Morrison's was
that's a Doors song, Backdoor Man. I'm a backdoor man. He wasn't talking about covering the spread, though. I'll tell you that much. Okay, he wasn't talking about covering the spread, was he, Russ?
He was not.
All right, he was talking about covering something else.
There.
Yeah, that's
the other thing is, Brian, too, and I'm surprised Ralph didn't bring this up. You look at both teams are 0-6 in conference play, but Penn State, in those 6 losses, their margin of losses are only by a little over 6 points a game, where Michigan State getting outscored by 15 a game. So, again, it goes back to the competitive nature of how Penn State's playing compared to Michigan State, even though they lost by 3 last week, like you alluded to.
Well, just to give you another misleading stat to throw in the mix there, Ross, while Penn State is better scoring versus the Big Ten, in conference action, they're getting outgained by 92 yards per game, and Michigan State's getting outgained by 60 yards. So a 32-yard edge to Michigan State yardage-wise.
Yeah, and guys, just if you go back a few weeks, Michigan State, I thought they were in a great spot when they faced UCLA, when UCLA was off that big upset of Penn State. Michigan State was here at home. That was one of the single worst performances any college football team has turned in this season, when they lost 38-13 to UCLA here at home. So I know the spot screams Sparty, but they're a hard team to back there. All right. That is our rundown. It is complete. We will be getting to your questions in just a moment, but it is time for Ross, myself, and Ralph to tell you what we've got going on this weekend at wagertalk.com. Of course, I would be remiss if I did not bring up the Weekend Warrior Pass. It has become a very popular option for all of you who regularly visit wagertalk.com. You get Ralph is making a big X. I'll let him comment on why in just a little bit, but hey, $49, you get all of the college, your favorite handicapper. Pick one of us. You can pick all 3. You can pick other handicappers as well. But for $49, you get a complete college football card for Saturday, complete NFL card for Sunday, and as an added bonus, no extra charge, we'll throw Monday Night Football in as well.